People have always sought to make the world a better place, and the people that stand up for that change are called activists. The tool of an activist are the placards, such as the ones you see in the photos before us. They're a great way of expressing yourself, of discussing who you are and how you can see the world being made better. This is a great way to effect a peaceful change and help you to find your voice and share that voice with others. Sometimes finding your voice to fade those ways that we will say we want to change the world isn't easy. And sometimes we have to look to others for those ideas. And the internet is a great starting point, or newspapers, or anything you see where you think, if we did it this way, it'd be better. An example I'm going to use here is affordable and clean energy. And we mean by green energy with that, so it's how is it reusable? How can we sustain it? How can we access it? And does it impact on the environment? Affordable energy means that it's accessible to all. Everyone can afford to power their homes to charge their devices. Now, the image that you've got in front of you of the wind turbines is a great idea and a great expression of that. But it also creates its own controversy, its own ways of, do we need more of them? Do we need less of them? Does it enhance the landscape, or is it a blight on the landscape? Now, while we may take green energy and wind turbines or solar panels for granted now, it's the work of activists, it's the work of people that thought we need to make more change, we need to burn less fossil fuels, we need to pollute less, that have managed to achieve this. And they've done this through peaceful and dignified protest. Remember, when you're doing activism and you're creating your peaceful silent protests, you're not alone. There's 17 goals set down by the United Nations and agreed to by every government to help make the world a fairer, kinder and more sustainable place. In this video, we've actually already talked about number 7, affordable and clean energy. And by participating in this activity, we meet SDGs 4, 10, 16, and most of all, we also meet 17, because we're all working in friends in partnership. Now let's have a look at how to make your own protest. So to start making our placards, you're going to need some tape, and here I'm using masking tape. You're going to need some pens, I'm using some big thick black ones, and some Pritt stick or glue or similar glues. You're going to need a sheet of card. I've got this pink card here, and I've also folded up some yellow card to make a stiffer one, which we can use to make a smaller one. And I've also got some foam sheets in different things that we can use to do things with. That's another one of them there. And if you haven't got cards, that's fine, because we can also use paper plates, which are fantastic for this. Now, to attach everything we need, you're going to need a stick. This is a garden cane, which is quite cheap and easy to use. Or I've got a lollipop stick, and again, these work perfectly well just to attach to the back of what we're doing so that you can make a placard with it. Now let's have a look at drawing. So for the first placard, I'm going to we'll do a very simple one with a pen and some paper. And I think the basis you thought we'd do today is, let's just say, be kind. I'll put a smiley face on that. And by doing that, we can then grab our tape and our lollipop stick and turn it over. Grab the tape. And we'll just tape that across the back like so. And then we have our protest placard. Be kind to one another. And that's a good starting point. Now for this placard, we're going to be a little bit more creative. I've got the bits lined up ready to use, and I'm going to take my pen and we're going to write save the bees, because bees are one of the most important things in our ecosystem. So that's great, we've got the text and we've got the message, but let's add some nice colourful drawing of a bee. Bumblebee. antenna. And I think, because I'm using pink paper, I might add some yellow, and I'm just going to use some yellow card, and we'll just tear this into the nice shape. It's a little bit too thick still, put off there. Put that in there. Actually, that probably better there and that bit there. I think that starts to look like a bee, so I'm just going to glue that down. There we go. Save the bees. And then, just like before, I'm going to take a stick, in this case a garden stick because it's a bit bigger. I'm going to take 2 bits of tape off, turn my placard over, and tape it across the back. Now, because this card's a bit thin, I'm going to take an extra bit of tape, and I'm just going to put a supporting bit across the top to try and hold it flatter whilst it's in use. So we'll do that. A bit across the bottom, and there we have it. Save the bees.